Party. Brijesh Kalappa, some sensational charges being made by Pradip Baijal in his book over there. He says the Prime Minister then, Dr. Manmohan Singh, told him that he would get into trouble if he did follow what his minister, Dayanidhi Maran, said. And that was something that actually led to the 2G spectrum scam. How do you view the book and the statement and the claims made by Pradip Baijal?
No, first of all, Navika, Dr. Manmohan Singh is not a stranger to the country. He's been known to each one of the countrymen since 1991. And his integrity, his honesty, and his studiousness, his sagacity is known not just to the country today, but to the world around us. And if Mr. Baijal has something to say about him, it's you see, it's today fashionable to say things about Dr. Manmohan Singh. In fact, this garment actually came into place thanks to the fact that a few books were written and timed in such a manner that they coincided with the elections. So Mr. Baijal's book is also one more such attempt. And what can we say today?
Are you saying, Brijesh Kalappa, that you lost elections because of some books that were written around the time of the elections? I don't know if you are referring to the book written by media advisor to former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Dr. Sanjay Baru's book. Are you saying that you lost the elections because of that book?
No, there were several books written, and these books were commissioned, and they were all set out with a purpose, and that purpose has been achieved on the 16th of May 2014. Now, after the 16th of May 2014,
So what do you think is the motive behind Pradip Baijal's book? What is the motive behind Pradip Baijal's book? Because that has been written much after the elections of 2014. It's been written now. Why do you think, he would have a motive in actually making your government go?
You see, Navika, I have not read the book, but prima facie I can tell you that the contents of any admission are treated with sanctity by a court of law only if they are self-incriminating. If Mr. Baijal, who has been accused in certain, for certain acts of omission and commission, if he has said, if he has made a confession and stated that, I have had a role, but yet so-and-so person has also had a role, then that confession or that statement will have some value in a court of law. If he's only trying to throw stones at others and throw muck at others, in a court of law, that kind of a statement will not have any value. This I can tell as a trained lawyer. But besides that, not having read the book, I don't know what the contents are. I don't know if the media is, panning out those contents exactly as they are. We don't know. So it's not proper for me to comment just now. But I can only say that if somebody is writing a book,
Brijesh Kalappa, the basic question that we are asking you today is only limited to one point. Can former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh be held culpable for the fact that it was brought to his notice several times, not only through the notings, the letters written by former Telecom Minister A. Raja, but also by regulators like Pradip Baijal, as he's penned in his book, that he brought up the issue of the unified access licenses and that if they followed the old policy, there would be losses to the exchequer. But he did nothing about it because of his coalition dharma. That is something that the former Prime Minister has expressed on several occasions, that he was following coalition dharma. Now, does that make Dr. Manmohan Singh culpable? May not be financially, but morally at least?
No, culpability will be decided not by Navika Kumar or by Times Now. Culpability will be decided by a competent court of law. A competent court of law has already gone into this issue. Dr. Subramanian Swamy took several petitions to the Supreme Court, High Court, the trial court. There's a special designated CBI court. They've all gone into the issue. Now, if the court decides that so-and-so is culpable for any crimes, then of course there's an issue. But if Navika says that, so-and-so may be held culpable, I don't know if any court or any law has given you such powers. But of course, like I can only say that this culpability cannot be decided like this by somebody writing a book.